Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to move the mouse into a proper position. My name is Kazm, Vulfhart, aka... Oh, my goodness. My name is Kazm, Vulfhart, aka Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Pokémon Blue the Nuzlocke. I am a bit tired, but I am fine. Let me in. Let me in! I don't know how Eric Andre does it. Is it Eric Andre? The guy who does that meme? Or the guy who inspired that meme, I should say. We're taking on the fire gym, by the way. And I'm smacking everybody with rocks. Because I want to smack them with rocks. What gen is it that this becomes a quiz show, gym? Or is that the next gym? Oh my goodness, I am so tired. Ooh, Rapidash. I don't mind Rapidash. Looks a bit weird in this gen. Oh, and you just barely survived. I smack you. What can I talk about? What can I talk here? What topic can I use to talk your guys' ears off today? What can I use? What can I use? Not exactly Pokemon related, but what's everyone's favorite, like, genre of game? Like, they've got RPG, you've got management type games. Bear with me as I try to remember the name of the genre. RTS, real-time strategy. I think my favorite genre would have to be RPG, mainly because of the games I play. Monster Hunter, Pokemon, I play Digimon games, so that's an RPG. I play games like Bloodborne and all that, those are RPGs. Ark, that's an RPG. But I think my favorite subgenre of that is when you have, like, survival in it, of sorts. Give me a second, my phone's being stupid. But like an example is, bear with me as I try to remember this. What game is it? V-Rising kind of is like it. Because V-Rising has base building, minion management, resource gathering. You can even send your... well, you can't have your minions... I really should do a video on V-Rising. This should be the last one, yep. But, you can't have your minions, like, set up shop in your castle. Because you get a place to pick... You get to pick your, castle placement. And build a castle there. But, in regards to, like minions and stuff like that, you can't have them sit at, what's the word I'm looking for? Workstations and build stuff for you. It's all automated already. You just have to feed the ingredients in. But you can't send your minions out to gather resources, which is always good. I'm trying to think what other game is like that that has a little bit more to the... I know that the new, I forget the name of it, but it's a game where you have masks. And you can take control of people. I might try and figure out if I can do a video on that. Or a few videos on that, I don't know. I don't know yet. I want to complete series. Like, complete some of my series before moving on to new games. But, like, new games come out that are, like, really cool and really popular. Well, not really popular, but, like, they're cool and popular. The problem is, I don't know... Sorry, I'm dealing with being half asleep right now. So the problem with the problem with doing new videos, videos on new games, is if it's a brand new game. So first and foremost, there's the issue of like riding the wave of the popularity of the game, which is usually a smarter idea for content creators, because it helps keep their audience retention up. Because if everybody's looking at the hot new game, then obviously they're going to be looking at your videos of the hot new game, usually. Unless you're like me, who is small and unpopular. I'm kidding. By the way, normally Blaine's... I'm gonna go off on a small tangent here. It's not even a tangent, it's just a small, like, little blurb of information. In Gen 1, Blaine is exceptionally stupid. You're not seeing it because I'm just absolutely destroying him. But if you want a good example, watch some of Madrybread's red and blue Pokemon runs, Pokemon challenges. Blaine is like, his AI is so messed up bad. He'll use Roar, which has nothing. Like, Roar doesn't do anything good in the game, except for wild Pokemon. And his AI is just bad and broken. It's hilariously, stupidly bad. So I highly recommend, like, looking up videos of how bad it is. I'm sorry I couldn't give you guys a proper showing. But, going back to my previous topic, it's hard to pick and choose what games I want from my channel. Because one of the biggest gripes I had as a viewer is that I would watch a channel and the person running the channel would do like 10 episodes, 20 some episodes of a game and then just drop the game. Now, if it's a game that was in early access at the time or was constantly adding new content, that made sense. That makes a lot of sense to me. Hang on, I gotta think of what I think we're actually nearing the end. I think we're literally, like, in the end game. Jerky, fly me to the moon. Because all we have left, I think, is the last gym, and then what's left of, or what, the Pokemon League. I think that's literally it. Because there's no endgame stuff. Or there's no post-game stuff in early Game Boy games. Or there is, but it's not during the Pokemon era. It's not during the first Pokemon era. How do I get up there? Anyways. I think... I also need to switch Pokemon here. I think something to keep note of... Oh, right. You know what? We're going in blind. Also, there's items in the gym? What? I found a revive that's completely useless for me. Let's beat up the trainers. Anyways. So, it's always been a gripe of mine where a YouTuber will have a series, do a few episodes of it, and then not do it anymore. It makes sense if it's a game that's has new content being added to it, or is in early access, like Death Trash from my channel. And the game is incomplete. So that stuff made sense, but when it was stuff like, what was a good example? Game Grumps, they had a Wii game that they played. It was, actually, probably the better example would be, A Link Between Worlds. For the 3DS, they had a series of that. But due to Dan's life at the time, it was very difficult for him to play it. So they didn't complete the series, and that's fair. If you have a bad relationship with a game for one reason or another, don't play it. Don't force yourself to play it, especially if you're a YouTuber. You don't put yourself through that shit. It's understandable, so I'm not going to be upset about it. But it's stuff like that that does somewhat grind my gears. And I'm trying not to do that with games. Like, there are two game series on my channel right now. 3 technically if you count Death Trash. That are... Sorry. Just a second. I got a dog hair on my mouth somehow. Blech. But, so the 2 of the games, Death Trash and Grounded, still have content coming out. I didn't even realize that Grounded was still having content coming out. With Grounded having added the wasps in recently. And Death Trash was an early access game brought to my attention by Fluff, which was a fun game. But I want to wait until it's more complete than what it is now. What is that he's holding in his other hand? I see the whip. Please tell me that's not a lollipop. But once Death Trash has reached basic completion, I'll more than likely return to it. But the problem is I need to wait for that. Because I don't like putting pressure on the devs to make new stuff, but at the same time, it's, once again, just a balancing act. Okay, next person I can fight is you. But, Elden Ring is the third series on the channel that I have not completed. That is technically complete. That is technically full content. It does have DLC coming out. I want to get the DLC, but unfortunately the DLC costs money, and at the moment my money is tied up in my bills. I also have an itch on my arm. It feels like a bug bite. So I'll just scratch it to make it worse. Pro tip, don't scratch bug bites. Sounds like I hit an animal or something. Sounds like I kicked a mouse. This ain't the way to go. But, I will return to Elden Ring again. I might actually just fully restart Elden Ring. Because there is something I want to do, and I can't remember if the build I was starting off with was what I wanted to do for it. But Elden Ring was just something I had access to at the time when I was first starting out. So I was trying to just use it and just have content at the moment. But then Starfield came out and took that as its replacement. I figured out how to do other runs and stuff like that. The DLC for Scarlet and Violet came out and I wanted to do that. And then the Return to World phenomenon kicked in. So yeah, I've been doing other stuff. But like those games, I will do my best to return to at one point. I don't want to say I will return to it because I don't know if that's the case. For all I know, Death Trash could have been abandoned by now. I haven't kept up with it recently. For all I know, Grounded could get removed from Steam or something like that. I need to switch it over to Steam. It's currently on Microsoft. I need to switch it over to Steam, which means also I need to reset the game. But, at the moment, I have it from the Microsoft Store. I'm not a big fan of the Microsoft Store. I'm more of a fan of Steam. Mainly because, for some reason, the Microsoft Store doesn't want me to have, desktop shortcuts for my games. But does want me to, like, pin it to my, start bar. Which is really weird for me. Okay, so I have to go down. Aha, trainer. These trainers are always at a disadvantage because I can just leave the gym at any time and heal. This is neither fighting nor ground. What is going on? Excuse me. That one came out of nowhere. He looks so cute. But yeah, as a YouTuber, something that I now have realized I have to keep an eye out for is waves in gaming community, especially since I am a gaming YouTuber. But I have to keep an eye out on waves of the gaming community to figure out, like, what games do I want to play, what games don't I want to play, what games do I want to stay away from. Part of me really wants to play Hogwarts Legacy. Like, I know the controversy behind, J.K. Rowling and stuff like that, but, like, I really just like the idea of flinging magical spells at people. I don't agree with Rowling, by the way. I really don't. Quite frankly, I've been kind of an in-and-out fan of the Harry Potter genre series for, like, several reasons. One of which... Pardon me. One of the reasons I'm not a big fan of the Harry Potter genre is just because... Well, how do I put this? Something that will usually put me off is whenever whenever Hollywood messes with the source material. And not messes with, I mean ignores. What do I mean by that? So, look at the Marvel Universe. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. The first wave of it, to me, was okay. After that, it just became... overdone. And I just stopped liking it. Like, my favorite out of all of them was, honestly, Iron Man. Like, the first Iron Man. That was one of my favorites. I can't watch it anymore because of how they killed off Tony Stark, but... that's basically... what I mean. And I get that you can, with the Marvel, like how Marvel works, there's always multiple timelines and stuff like that, and multiple it's part of the multiversal bullshit. But like, even then, there are some constants that you need to stick with, and it just is. It's too much of the mindset of we're just making mindless entertainment. Like, it feels so bad. And the Harry Potter movies do the exact same thing, where they cut so much content out. I can't remember if they added anything, though. But, like, there's so much cut content from the Harry Potter universe, it's not even funny. And a lot of it just... Pardon me. Bear with me. I'm going to pull up the strategy guide. I was going to try and do this blind, but no. Oh, wait. I see it. I see it. I see the path. Haha! See? I can figure it out eventually. I just need to be smart and look at things and be observant. But Harry Potter had so much stuff cut from it that it became... Oh wow, I'm near the end. Okay. Okay, we're doing two gyms today. And I healed, right? I think I healed. Why is your hideout a gym where people come and see you constantly? Also, you're a gym leader. You should have been here longer. Or sooner. This is like the major plot hole in the game for me. Like, he's a gym leader. He's not supposed to be leaving the gym for except for supreme emergencies, but he's a leader of a criminal organization, and nobody thought to investigate that. Then again, the manga is pretty half and half on who's bad guys and who's good guys. Also, the manga is really dark. Like, basically, if you want to become a gym leader, you have to sacrifice your family relations and never ever interact with them ever again. Period. It's dark. Topic at hand. Because of the fact that the Harry Potter movies cut so much out from the books, I struggle to actually read the books. I mean, I don't just struggle to read the books because of that, but I also struggle to read books because there's just too much. There's just so much to read in the books, and like, I don't see them exactly bad. I just see them as, I don't have time right now, I don't want to read them. But the world itself does fascinate me. Like, there's a lot going on with the world that was created that just seems so cool and amazing, and I really want to, like, get into it and see what goes on. And I kind of want to do that with Hogwarts Legacy, the game. The issue is, to me, with Hogwarts Legacy, is that it still feels somewhat like I've seen very minor gameplay, mainly because I don't want to spoil myself in case I do play it. I can toss items, right? Yes. Give me the item. Also, he goes from talking to like a rocket villain to talking like an actual gym leader after you beat him, and it's stupid. Fisher. But like Hogwarts Legacy, so okay, so let me blow y'all's minds. Probably not blow y'all's minds, but like give a bit of perspective on like the Hogwarts world. Wizards aren't just in Europe. They're everywhere across the globe. They're in America. They're in Japan. They're in France, Australia, Germany. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. I'm going to deposit some items real quick. And because of this, don't need you anymore. It disappoints me greatly about the books and stuff and some of the movies. Because, I mean, you're missing out on, like, parts of the globe and stuff like that. Like, it would be so cool to see how wizards in Africa, in the Hogwarts universe, wizards and witches, cast their magic. Like, do they use wands? Do they use staffs? What do they use? And, like, okay, so, like, also the history behind it all is really cool, too. Example, it turns out that in most, if I'm remembering this correctly, in America, at least, they don't force their students to use wands, but in Hogwarts itself, it's, like, commonplace that you have to use wands. It's like, as an example, in real life, it's like, one school forces the kids to learn how to do math with calculators only, while another school has the kids use calculators if they want. Like, one forces the other doesn't. And that always intrigued me, like, I wanted to see the interaction with that, like, I want to see an American wizard interact with a Hogwarts wizard, or a Hogwarts student, an American student. I want to see those two interact, and I want to see, the Hogwarts student be like, haha, I can cast Wingardium Leviosa, what can you do? And the, American wizard just does the same thing, but without a wand. Like, I know the books explore it a lot more. I should switch to one of the Pokemon I want to train into the front. I know the books explore it more, but, like, the movies probably would have done even better, in my opinion, if they included that as well. And I feel like Hogwarts Legacy is somewhat the same. Which sucks because it would have been cool to play a game where I could learn how to do wandless magic. Apparently there's a way to do it, but I actually can't remember. Crap. I also know that the amount of content you have access to is dependent on what school, like what house you're sorted into, which is also kind of dumb, in my opinion. And it's dumb because like I'm pretty sure Slytherin has the least amount of. It hurts me so much. Like, the amount of Slytherin hate that Hogwarts provides. Like, I get it. Like, Voldemort was the bad guy, and he was a Slytherin, but, like, not every single Slytherin was a bad person. And the movies do not do it justice. I'm not sure about the books, once again, because I haven't read the books, but I've memorized all the movies, and it's stupid. But I know that J.K. Rowling's stuff has been under scrutiny lately because of, like, tweets she's liked and stuff like that. Which, I do get why people are irritated by it. I do. I really do. But, like... How do I want to put this without putting myself on blast? In my opinion, we should be, as a society, we should be able to separate the person from the source material. Let me use an example that, as far as I'm aware, does not have a real life example. Scenario? Inspiration? I don't know. Basically, what I'm about to say, hopefully, doesn't have a real-life counterpart. If it does, I apologize. I'm ignorant. I don't know. So basically, you have an artist, like a literal painter, and this painter is really good. It just draws simple stuff. They draw a sunset landscape. They draw flowers in a vase. Simple stuff. And the world absolutely adores it for its simplicity and stuff like that. They love it. It's amazing. Like, there's nothing in it that's bad. It's literally just flowers, landscape, animals. Basically, like, it's basic stuff like that. Now, what if... Oh dear, dog's trying to join me. Nope, he wants another blanket. Okay. Now this artist is on Twitter and decides to post controversial stuff that majority of society does not like. I say majority because I know there are some people out there that do agree with that, and it's stupid and wrong. Like, they admit that they're a member of the Ku Klux Klan, or something like that. Like, they say they're racist. Like, they openly admit that stuff. And they're horrible. Like, the person is horrible. But the person created good art that brought people together in agreement. And also, their shitty behavior also brought people in agreement, but, you know. I think, in that regard, it's important to be okay with the artist's art, but not the artist themselves. I know that it's very... Like, overall, it's very tricky to do stuff like that. To be okay, like, it's very tricky, and it's like, what's good, what's bad, all that stuff. Sometimes it's a matter of opinion, sometimes it's absolute fact. But I think if we can objectively agree that a person's work of art... Wow, I did not kill you, and I thought I did. It's a good thing that this is rock type. I think at that point, it's fine to like the art, just don't like the person. And there are ways to support the art itself without actually supporting the artist. As painful as that is to say. Because I know some people like to take to the 7 Cs. Like wearing eye patches. Like having parrots on their shoulders. They see sugar and spices as the biggest gold in the world. And in some cases, doing that act is somewhat justifiable in regards to, like, Disney Plus and stuff like that. Like, in the interest of stuff like Disney Plus and Hulu and stuff like that, those acts are justifiable. I will not say that they are okay, because I will not verbally say they are okay, but I might find them justifiable. But if you are pirating, like, a game... Crap, I said the word! No! If you're pirating a game made by, like, a small dev, and they're not making money off of it, or they want to make a little bit of money off of it. No, that's a scumbag move. You're a dick. Don't do that. But if it was something like Disney Plus or something like that, I can't stop you. I can neither agree or disagree with you. But I can voice my opinion. And I voice my opinion that if you steal from small people, it's horrible. But if you're stealing from the rich, let's just say I might enjoy Robin Hood a little bit. Anyways, I've talked your ears off long enough. I'm going to call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That means do more content like this in the future. And if you come back on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It helps out a ton. I'm greatly appreciative. And if you could share this video with your friends, family, your favorite group of gym trainers, since we battled so many today, I'd appreciate that as well. And as always, I will see you as we continue our adventures in Pokemon Blue the Nuzlocke. Bye-bye!